squishy. Maybe Lena would be all right, but I'd rather maybe something
Death
like a DK.
Prophet?
Exactly. The DK DP seems like the better option, just so that you have both the tower pressure that the draft lacks at the moment, plus a hero that's just more sustainable. And with the sniper band, you got to assume it'll be a Death Prophet.
It's
Oh,
a Shadow Fiend.
Of course. That is a lot more damage.
That
that is a lot of
is-
mid-game damage thrown into the chrono. I don't mind SF against Slark, actually, because you defend yourself. If Slark
But-
goes on you, you just ult on top of yourself. It's a little annoying.
Is
All
it?
I'm saying is, in the mid-game, Slark cannot fight now. He absolutely cannot participate in the mid-game.
Until he gets what items?
I would say you're going to need Midas, Diffusal, BKB
Okay.
Yeah. But
before you're fighting. You might not even go to Fusel this game because you need items that give you health.
does TA make sense here?
TA just isn't quite the lane winner she used to be. I think it is a good TA game.
But do you just want to completely dumpster a Shadow Fiend, or do you need something better for their overall game? Because we only got 20 seconds left, because this is their reserve time.
What would mid one do?
What would mid one do? How about a mid silencer, man? Is that a mid one hero?
Everything's a
I
mid
mean,
one.
we've seen, yeah, I was about to say. Let's see. Last pick will be the Pudge. Here we
shit.
go. And if you didn't know, Pudge versus Shadow Fiend, this has been an awful matchup for Shadow Fiend. I mean, back in Dota 1, obviously you now have the Raze is stacking, but you guys like this.
They have a
You're
lot of
loving
roam
this.
potential. Even though this is a 3-position tiny, if the SF pulls ahead in lane, it's really hard for Pudge. He has a lot of sustain, but the raise damage is just insane.
Dude,
they
they're-
have to gank
I-
this guy
They're,
over and over
they're
again,
doing
right?
what they did earlier when they had a gyro middle. You just cold snap plus
Yeah,
rot
exactly.
on top, and you just like instantly die. It's the
It's-
same with Rocket Barrage.
It was
That's
old school.
So
We used to
strong.
see Invoker, Quaspex Invoker mid, right,
Yeah.
with a Phoenix rotating, and you
Yes.
just cold snap Sunray, and it just stun.
can't do
You
anything.
can't play Dota. As to your point, now it's a roaming Invoker, sure, but it's the same concept. And I mean, sure, you might be concerned about rotations if you're mid one, but you've got to feel confident because in any scenario where you have even numbers mid, Secret come out ahead. In a 2-on-2 scenario, for sure, 1-on-1, like you've got to assume mid one is like this is the Alliance Navi might be El Clasico, but when it comes to mid 1v1s, I feel like SF versus Pudge is like the iconic going back like 15 years.
Yeah, I think
It's the mid
man.
matchup.
Okay, so we're seeing these drafts, and I want to see how many. Show many win. Look at that. He is an Invoker player, even though he's a 4. Yep, so he's been playing it for a long time. Will be the Elder Titan on the other side. So is this? You really like the Pudge pick? You don't think it's cute at all? It's just a good
It's
hero right
super
now.
good against Void.
Yeah,
It's a save.
exactly.
The
Like that's
save,
what's so
yeah.
crazy about it is that this Pudge is good for multiple different reasons. It's insane synergy with the Secret lineup, but it's like one of my it's probably my favorite anti-Void hero because it's near you have to get the Pudge in the Chrono now.
And you
Or-
can't really kill him either.
It's not like
but
you
you
can
have to get him
block
in.
the hook.
Yeah.
If you block the hook, it's
You're
Void, you
out.
just die.
Yeah.
Like
It's a good pick here. It definitely feels nice. And so who are you, it sounds like you guys both like each draft. Obviously, this Chrono is going to be very good, pretty good against the Slark. If you had to give a little bit of a draft advantage, who are you giving it to?
I gotta give it to Secret.
I love both drafts, to be honest. I just think I'm always going to root for the Pudge.
Yeah,
So-
and you even have tiny Pudge. You have CM. Like the one thing that sucks about Pudge is that hook costs so much mana, and you have no you don't want to buy a Soul Ring or any sort of mana regen if you don't have to, and you don't here because you have Crystal Maiden. Like how does Secret draft a last pick Pudge and it seems perfect? They even have tiny, tossing him in, tossing him out. Like
You do have 0 armor on this middle Pudge. Is there
True.
a chance you just get? I mean, obviously you get an insane amount of HP regen with your flesh heap, but
You just win
get
the
harassed out
block
of lane?
and you be within tower range.
that's true.
Okay.
That's all you got to do.
That's it.
Easy
And
game.
it does look like he is going to try to start there, blow both of them, right? Sometimes you see these middle heroes go and help out these runes like we're seeing top. No one, it's going to be a 2v2. Zai is going to get right click. There's going to be a toss, and Zai will get the toss into the steal. But he does get bashed. He's going to take a ton of damage. Won't die, but man, he is getting eaten alive right now. Will he die? Body blocked by Yapzor helping him out there. So much damage, but they get all 4 runes, by the way.
Yeah.
That is a 4 rune win for Secret, and all it took was Zai's healing salve, which he's got
Pays for
gold.
itself, right?
And let's
Got
see
the
the
runes.
middle block. It looks like mid one is gonna win it barely. It will be on his side a little bit more. And Now, yeah, you have to be careful. He does have that first flesh.
9 health regen.
And he has effectively 96 damage when he's last hitting.
What?
With the quelling. Oh, he just ate a branch,
is it
but the
possible?
quelling blade plus the base damage.
X-Nova, he's just trying to trade hits with Zai. Yep, so obviously doesn't do the most
Wait.
right-click damage.
God, that's so much CS. I like that maybe you went Raise level 1. That was necessary because you actually can't outlast it with 40 damage against 78, or 71 rather.
Now he is 5-0 against a 3-0. The other lane we really haven't talked about is going to be that bottom one. It's going to be a Sand King Rubik. We see X-Nova getting chased down versus a Crystal Maiden and a Slark. Pretty strong lane on LGD's side, right?
Mid one still has 3 stacks on him. That was really well done by Maybe. He's keeping them up so that he can continue threatening Pudge under tower.
Doesn't have, he has mana in 2. Mid one might need to be a little bit careful. Just gonna right click. The stacks do wear off. Getting there. Top lane, we've seen a lot of pressure. There's the cold snap again. Ame's only level 1, just getting smacked up. There's gonna be the toss. That's gonna be a first blood.
You said it,
Man.
BSJ. And with that Bassi level 1.
He just solo killed him mid. I watched it. He went for the range creep on Pudge and maybe read him like a book. Hit him with the short range, hit him with the medium, and then hit him with the long.
Yep, and he had his chicken coming out. Well, he didn't have any regen coming out. Do you almost, I mean, obviously you just want to rot and die instead and feed a little bit of gold there. You're seeing the rune spawn. It will be an arcane rune up top. I'm sure Shadow Fiend would love to get this. Mid one's going to have to deny it, though. Just go take it himself because he's already getting low. He has to pop his healing self he just brought. Top lane again, X-Nova in trouble, goes down. Zai goes down as well, and this is a bloodbath up top. Boots. Bassi already up on the Invoker. I'm surprised. I thought bottom lane, you got a Rubik, you got a Sand King. I thought you were going to be getting some kills, but no, it's all top.
Yeah, Slark is... I'm telling you, there's a lot of safe lane carries you just don't mind playing into Sand King. Early on, since they're just maxing Sandstorm nowadays, you're just not threatened. He is 1-0-1,
He's not, yeah, he's
which is fascinating. I have not seen that before.
Yeah, it's the right choice, though, against Slark. That's why you used to own Slark as Sand King, right? That was how you played, where you always threatened this stun in the middle of a creep wave with a bunch of, what the hell is the word?
Caustic Finale.
Yeah, caustic. Yeah. Thank you, JJ. And then all of a sudden, bam, he
Thanks,
pops for like
Ref.
400 damage.
Yep, they are just going to be trading some farm now. Top lane as well. X-Nova is just running at Yapsor. He is at 50% health. He knows Zai already used his toss, though, so he's not in too much danger. And Ame, he may have died, but he's still 15-8. FY taking a ton of damage down bottom. Won't be able to chase it, though. I'm looking at middle. 22-7 versus 14-1 right now. Sam is having an absolutely great time here.
Yeah, but it's all about the Pudge 6. This lane changes dramatically once that...
You gotta always
Ultimate
watch
comes
out for
online.
TPs, right? That's when lanes start shifting up. You get a hook, you get a dismember. People are just gonna start TPing in, and mayhem begins. Up top, there will be a bash. There's gonna be an EMP. No one wants to lose all their mana, but it looks like Ame, he'll lose a decent chunk. There's gonna be the tornado. He's taking so much damage. He's just gonna go down.
What?
Yeah, Nisha committed with the
Nisha died
leash
as well,
to
yeah.
try to get the Sand King, and instead the Sand King just turned around and
Folks,
burrow
Nova.
striked him.
And Zai, yeah, still going in. There's gonna be a Spirit. He's gonna try to refresh it. He's doing 200 damage a hit. Let's see what he can do here.
Zero
Bob,
armor hero.
he needs 2 more hits, it looks like.
Toss into
Toss
tower.
back to-
Oh, man. Is he under the tower? There is. There's going to be 2 tower hits. This is going to be a kill. Zai baits him in. And wow, Yapsor, Zai, they are having a good time. You see the Void has 1911 CS, but 2 deaths now.
Mid lane is a little rough. You did pick this Pudge into the SF. I thought they were going to put a lot more attention gank-wise onto this mid lane with Secret, because I knew Pudge would not do well in a strict 1v1. So I have to believe what they're going to do is go for mid-game ganks, where they choose to just let this SF kind of get his early game start that he's getting, and they're going to try to pop him like a piñata
And
because
as
he's so much net worth.
the Elder Titan, by the way, has 2 stacks in the big camp and 2 in the small camp. He's just going to, is he to kill Zai? No, the toss away under the tower again. There's going to be the cold snap, EMP coming out, the tree throw as well. Won't be able to get the kill, but so much damage, and Zai survives. All it would take is 1 more hit there.
Yeah, deja vu a bit there, throwing him under tower.
Now, looks like we might have our first rotation middle, but it's actually FY. He's actually just kind of chilling around here.
Hooking the catapult under tower on Pudge. That was cool.
Oh. Dude,
They glyph it.
We remember we theory crafted that before the tournament started. We were like, okay, Murata can kill catapults. What else can deal with them? We're like,
They
oh,
really
Pudge,
thought,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to try to push forward. Somnus 39 and 20 having an absolute great game, but guess who's here? It's Zai. He's going to try to find the toss.
no.
He gets the range creep instead. Puppy TP's in. Now they're going to try to turn it onto this FY Rubik. It's a 3v2, but it feels like LGD's the more scary.
Nice
People,
hook.
nice hook, though. FY will get brought down, and he's just going to try to chase after him. There will be the tree
No
throw.
flesh heap stack.
Gets the kill. That is 3 heroes rotated. And he's still going to pick up the rune here. It's a haste rune as well. This is scary, Zai. Be careful for this toss. Yeah, he's going to toss one. Still not level 6 on the Pudge, though. And there's going to be 2 raises. He's going to go in for this kill. He gets the 3rd raise, and there's going to be the Fade Bolt. FY will take that. Zai is going to throw out a stun. There's going to be a Tornado as well. I just don't think they can bring him down. He has Treads double Wraithbane. He might turn it. And this farm on Shadow Fiend feels so scary right now if you're Secret. And there's going to be the lift. There's going to be a raise. There's going to be a 2nd raise, and there's going to be an easy kill. Shadow Fiend is getting a little out of control right now. Bottom lane, they're going in. That will be a stun out. Chalice will be fine. Nisha is farming pretty well. 36 and 8 now. Void is 34 and 15. Does have 2 deaths, though. Is going to move forward. Gets a first hit. Bash on Zai. Get a toss him back. Obviously, we already saw the time walk used. And this is a 11 kill in 7-minute game. We are just running at each other right now. Shadow Fiend back to the jungle. That's what he can do, right? Just farm these stacks, have a good old time, dominate lane, dominate the jungle. Yeah. So easy to get gold.
Now that Pudge is level 6, you kind of got to get out of dodge mid. You just catch a hook,
and you're
get eaten, you're dead.
There's
Doesn't matter if you have a level advantage.
Yep. All it takes is usually +1 hero, but there's always going to be a hero willing to TP to kill that Shadow Fiend and share that experience.
Looks like he's going Yules on SF. Maybe drums, based on the win lice.
We've seen a little bit of each. What would you like more? Does it feels like it does kind of matter versus Pudge. Do you want that Yules?
Yeah, I personally prefer like the
Chalice.
magic damage build with the ET and everything on your team. Sand King's probably going to build a Veil. Yes, we are watching Chalice narrowly escape there.
Would have been nice. Obviously, he does have 24 agility stolen, so Nisha will keep dominating this lane. And mid one, he's just chilling around. He is scared, though. He won't even be able to farm on his own, even though the Shadow Fiend isn't there. It's going to be a regen rune. They'll give it to Zai, who has the bottle.
Triple stack for Somnus top.
He's just going to take it. I like it. They use it early for the Elder Titan to get all the damage and dominate the lane, and then you just give it to your Shadow Fiend.
Yep, and Kyle said he just has to get out of mid, knowing where he needs to be on the map with his hero.
Talking about mid now, it's a level 6 Pudge. He's running over here trying to kill these mud golems. Chalice knows something's up because his smoke break, there is going to be a chrono up top. Zai goes down, but now mid one is getting initiated on. There's going to be a stun, there's going to be a stomp. Fade Bolt flies in as well.
Yeah,
mid
both.
one drops. And this PSG LGD, they're looking great right now.
Yeah, I love how Somnus left the lane, and then the minute his team comes back. The reason why you don't want to stay in lane is because you're like a liability to your team because they have to worry about you getting ganked. But you come with your team to help them get the kills and
he is going
pressure
strong.
this mid tower.
Will be the drums that he's flying out right now. They're trying to defend this middle tower. 3 heroes from Secret right now. And that's a TP in. This Pudge doesn't know Chalice is right under him. Maybe he does. He's not scared. There will be a Dust Pop. Puppies here as well now. It's going to be a 4-on-3 fight. There's going to be a nice double stun. He's still in the Sandstorm. They're taking so much damage. Zai's just going to run in. He's going to get the stun toss combo up on. There's going to be a tornado hitting onto 4 of them. No one's dead quite yet. They're going to look for the Shadow Fiend. This would be a big kill, but mid one just gets turned on, right-clicked down. There's going to be regen rune used by Zai. They kill the Elder Titan. Zai get a toss in. Puppy. Hello, Somnus. There's a stun by Chalice. They want to try to save him. The cold snap stopping him from doing anything. Guess who's here? It's going to be Nisha. You got to bring the numbers. Chalice might be the next one to go down. That's a triple kill for Nisha. He doesn't have the pounce, but he doesn't need it. Now he will. This could be a rampage at 9 minutes in. No, because the other hero's top. Calm down.
Settle down, Grant. There's literally nobody within 6,000 units of him.
But what if he TP'd top and got the kill?
Okay, you're right.
But that... What a turnaround. It's
Yeah.
now 9-9. You just got, you got 4 kills on the Slark. He got 3 permanent agility from that.
Yep, time to
Well,
check out
Didn't he
the
get 4? He had
net
4 kills?
worths.
Wasn't that an ultra kill?
Yeah, it was
yeah,
an
it was
ultra
4,
kill.
but he just...
Oh, yeah, because he didn't get the attack on.
You either have to
Yeah.
be attacking them or be within proximity, yeah. So he might have killed somebody with
He killed somebody with Q.
Dark Pact, yeah.
But either way, he's now suddenly got a Midas in a couple of moments. Yeah, like he's 100 gold away all of a sudden.
Just like that. That's going to be
And
about 11.
he's caught the shadow. Wasn't maybe like 1,500 ahead of the game just a couple moments ago?
Or
Yep.
so, yeah.
That's
Dies
SF in a
once.
nutshell. That's why I'm not a huge fan of the hero in this current meta.
Middle
'cause
lane.
There's a lot of
They're
fighting
actually
going
just
on.
diving under the tower right now. X-Nova going to get right-click down. Can't even get the stomp, and give me that flesh heap.
Mid
That's
one's
actually
on
his
the
first
board.
one.
Yep,
Yeah.
on the board, baby.
Yeah, that. You already see Zai. He's hasted. He's looking again. He's like, wait, one person fell for it. Somnus hiding on the right side under the trees, and now they're pushing this middle tower. Looked like LGD might have taken it very early. There's going to be a lift up. Will he be able to raise? They pop the drums. They just want to run in. Will there be an eat? There will be, but it's going to be a kill. Stun flies out from Zai. Won't do too much. Bottom lane will get the pounce up. Chalice gets the stun. Here comes the ulti as well. Will he just run away? Nisha says goodbye.
That's why I love phase boots on Slark, because even when you're not in your ultimate, the extra movement speed boost is just so nice.
This top tower, by the way, looks like Ame might be able to take it down with this siege creep. He's actually moving forward, wants to kill Puppey. He does have the chrono as well if he wants to use it on Yapzor. Not quite, he's just continuing to
double
push,
bash.
and oh my goodness, just melts him down. There's a lot of heroes here. They do need to be careful for that chrono. Zai, he doesn't really have mana either. And I think Ame's like, wait a minute, he really doesn't. And there's a lot of heroes up here from both teams right now.
And he does have the Midas complete on Void. It's at base, but a lot of attack speed from the treads and the Midas. I said he's probably going to, he queues up the Maelstrom.
And probably
Just
be
a nice,
after.
nice amount of damage with the 60 attack speed from treads, as well as the Glove of Haste, or sorry, the Hand of Midas. And then you have the Maelstrom for damage. Then you have the BKB, and you're pretty much unkillable this game, to be honest.
Bottom, another drum going to be used by the Shadow Fiend. Puppey does juke nicely. They thought they were going to try to super juke, but he just did the simple walk in trees and walk out.
And this will be an interesting game because you got a big net worth advantage on the Void now in comparison to the 2 cores of Secret that aren't the Slark.
Yeah.
However, you have a lot of methods of peeling him until the BKB comes up. You've got the hooks out. I mean, you have a ton of lockdown. You have the Invoker for the counter initiation. I think the BKB timing for LGD, as it has been traditionally throughout history, especially with this squad, like that's when they're really looking to get things moving.
And I feel like Shadow Fiend probably will have it in about the next 3 to 4 minutes here,
Yeah.
farming so quickly. Already has the Ogre Axe. And even, takes the Tome for level 12.
And I really like that on the Sand King of Chalice as well, going for the hood instead of the Veil. Maybe Blink afterwards, but I really hate seeing Veil like super early on if it doesn't seem to have a purpose. I think that there's just other items that probably way more rapidity.
There's the go in, will be the EMP, stuns out before, will get frozen in place. There is going to be the urn on top with the Cold Snap. Puppey just going to throw out the ulti. Chalice, though, as you said, he has a hood. He doesn't really care. And now Ame just comes down here. Puppey's like, I'm just going to keep letting it rip. No bash yet. Finally gets one. Gets a second one as well. Needs about 2 more attacks. Goes for the freeze. Throws out the Nova, but will just go down.
He canceled the W so that he could wait for the cooldown on Q and get those 3 creeps before he died.
Get it.
Baller.
Efficiency. And now top lane, they're diving. X-Nova looks to be in a ton of trouble. Slark wants this +1 agility, going for the stomp. Toss up. Nisha gets the kill, and this should be a tier 1 tower as well.
Oh, but the Midas is up.
It is. Luckily, look at that. Oh, gets it. 2 second. I got the efficiency chart
He
for us.
needed the tower kill, though.
Yeah. And he gets both. That's a lot of farm. Now the top net worth in the game, 100 above the Shadow Fiend, who's about to be in the jungle and probably repass him, but Arcane Rune, FY will scoop it up, has an Aether Lens.
I like this. Ame could be hitting a tower, but he could time walk to the camp to Midas it. And
The
that's what he
value.
did.
It's such an interesting. This is the first time I think we've seen either of these teams play, right?
For us, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've... Oh, no, we saw LGD.
Yeah, Fnatic, LGD, I think.
It's just interesting. It compares like we saw so much OG, but like
Yeah.
these 2 teams, similar level, but different styles, right?
Yeah,
It's far
just
more
fundamentally sound, it feels
Yeah.
like. And there's going to be a TP in middle. There's 2 TPs. There's going to be Lift. You have the Aether Lens. He's going to steal the stun as well. Toss him back.
Did he
Or
just
steal
save
the
it?
toss, pardon me. And now Puppey, he's there. He's getting Sandstorm. Nice. Tornado hits on 2 of them. And Puppey's just going to wander on out.
Did Rubik just save the Tiny with that toss? I think he might have.
Yeah, it looked like he would just stand in the Sandstorm, get stunned, but tosses out. And Zai's like, all right, cool. I got the Arcane Rune. I'm just going to be rolling on out of here.
I was going to say roll
They're
out.
looking. Yeah, they're looking for him. They're like, where does this guy go?
Yeah, but even the ET Spirit's scouting out.
We'll just make it out. There's a BKB up in about 500 gold on that Shadow Fiend. What about the Slark? Slark is going to Defusal. I know you said
Yeah.
maybe he won't, but he's
It's the
having
Midas-
such
yeah.
a good game. That
Midas
why
Defusal
not?
into BKB is the standard, I'd say, in this type of game. The Midas means you don't really want to fight mid-game. Drums means you do. And then you go for the Defusal into the survivability. He could consider other items, but I think they just have so much magic damage on LGD and so little right-click that it's pretty necessary.
Look at that comparison right now. It's a rough one for mid one. 0, 5, and 5 versus the 4, 1, and 2, and that hero damage. But mid one does now have a blink. He doesn't have it on him, but he is going to be flying it out soon. Top lane, we're setting up.
Mid one's pose was way better, though.
There's going to be the tornado. They go. Nisha hasn't shown himself quite yet. There's going to be a cold snap stun as well. Nisha's just on top of Somnus. There's going to be a fade bolt, so he's doing a lot less damage. Toss him away to try to save him. There's going to be another toss back. There's just 2 tosses everywhere. Zai's just getting bashed up, and there's just going to be 1 kill in this fight. It looks like maybe Zai almost gets out, but Ame will bring him down.
Space made though, both Puppy and mid one farming lanes. It's PSG LGD group up as 5. They do have a 3K lead on the Chinese stack though, so.
Oh, hooks over the regen rune. So with this blink dagger, do you start getting a
Cold
lot more
snap.
aggressive? Will
Can't
they be able
cast
to get him?
Chrono.
He's in a little bit of trouble. The stun comes out now. He's going to throw the Chrono. Whoa! He whiffs it right there, but he gets it on top of the Slark just barely, and they do actually get the kill. Pardon me, 432 gold going his way. They're going to try to turn it around now. Shadow Fiend just throwing out a lot of raises. That ulti gets canceled, and guess what? You bring the numbers. You get the win. There's a nice stun, not even a blink. There will be another one coming out from Zai, though. The Avalanche, it won't matter, and that's a stolen. And they just get out of there.
Whew. That Chrono was perfect. It did catch the Slark, and
Yeah,
he
did,
put
and
it to where he
didn't.
did to try to make Invoker get caught or at least zone him as much as possible. I really like that.
And that's an uncharacteristic mistake from Secret because they had a blink on their Pudge that just wasn't utilized for that play. If you're
Just
going to make
farming
that
middle,
move, yeah, he needs to be involved, especially when you consider the way that kit works. In fact, you
Let's
can
look
see
at
him,
the-
you can see mid one in the river. He's just not able to connect in time. If he's just 5 seconds closer, he's blinking forwards and throwing out a hook. And he's getting either the Void or the Slark, and this fight is totally different for Secret.
Meanwhile, mid one does force out the BKB from Somnus,
Yeah.
who does get the tier 1 tower, but 10-second BKB expended against an Invoker, Pudge, Crystal Maiden, Tiny. A lot of heroes that punish, basically killing you for sure if you're not in BKB.
So hypothetically, we're going into the 30, 40 minute mark. We've got 5 slotted cores. Who do you guys like going into the late game?
Definitely LGD.
Okay. Is it just the core matchups, the Void against the
I just
Slark
think
kind
Void
of stuff,
is the
or-
strongest hero in the game at that point.
Oh, wait, what time is the what talent is the Pudge GPM at?
20.
20?
180.
He does get there pretty quick because of the XP talent, though.
That's true.
I've been seeing a lot more Pudges actually take the rot damage, but you need that gold.
I'm
you know
a
it's gonna
fan of
later
the XP talent myself.
Yeah, he was too far behind
To not go it,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Rot damages, because the thing is, when you're ahead, you actually want the rot damage because when you go
It's a lot.
XP, you actually level too quickly. And then it's like you
You
die
feed a
once.
kill.
Yeah, at like 23 minutes and you're dead for 90 seconds. You're just
And
like, oh no.
You fed like 700 experience
Yeah,
or like
exact-
more to another
More than
hero.
that, it'd be like
yeah.
3,000.
Maybe 3,700 we can combine.
I mean, it rounds up 700 to 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah.
There's still a freezing field, by the way, on this Rubik.
He's going to lose in about a minute, but it isn't a game-changing spell, but in team fights, especially within the Chrono, that would be a lot of damage, I believe is the proper term.
Yes.
Indeed.
Ame bottom, getting close to that BKB already with that Maelstrom, the Midas. It's a 6K lead. Even though it's only 5 kills ahead, it just feels like PSG LGD is destroying this game right now. Just farming efficiently. He's going Hurricane Pike. You like that on Shadow Fiend? BKB Hurricane Pike?
Your job is to hit people in Chrono, so I think his game is very position-based. So I'm not saying I love it, but it allows you to position around the Chrono a lot, around these heroes like the Pudge. The Hurricane Pike is the only way for him to get out a leash from the Slark without having to BKB. I think overall, if he's alive, he's going to output enough damage, and that synergizes with that concept.
Gotcha. And there will be a smoke up from PSG LGD, but they won't find anyone. They even scan down. There won't be any heroes, and it will be a 2-for-2 rune exchange, as well as the main rune going to the Pudge.
I feel like that was almost an insurance smoke by LGD. Make sure that they want to secure these runes, and that Secret would have to 5v5 them if they want to take them. I don't think they were too like trying to fight 5-on-5 per se, because Ame was 200 gold off BKB going into those runes. And now he has it. Zai gonna take mid tower for free, basically. They are trying to get a little trade going on here from LGD. This tier 2 bottom usually doesn't mean too much, but it is a tier 2 tower nonetheless. They do use fort as well. That's
So-
not going to refresh.
Looks like they want to maybe try to push top as well.
Yeah, PSGL, Secret just want to buy some time here. They're not really ready to take a team fight.
Ooh, he fakes out the chrono.
They do have Blink Tiny.
Yeah, but uh-oh, this
the
Tiny won't
bashes.
be able to blink right now. Yeah, there's going to be a bash, and he just pops the BKB. He doesn't care. There's an Earth Splitter as well. Puppey is there. Will he pop the chrono? No. Lets him go, and now we do see Nisha. He's just running. He's like, I'm gone.
Yep.
Midas up.
Yeah, PSGLG, they are strong now. You've got the BKB timing. It's go. And you want to kill, you want to go Roche, and then you can look to blow this game open. But Secret, you want long, drawn-out fights. Abuse your positional mechanics and your peel. Hook people out, toss people in, rinse, repeat. Look for Invoker to get some sick tornadoes off, and Nisha just trying to build up stacks and eventually be able to take out these PSGLGD cores. But they're just not, you can't deal with them until the BKBs come down.
They do have Spirit Vessel on Invoker, but he does not have any charges. And they do have BKB on both cores from LGD, so it's not going to be the most impactful purchase for the first item for your 4 position.
And on the other side, the 4 position is Rubik. Just picked up a 4. You got Tranquil 4-staff Aether Lens at 22 minutes in.
Wow.
You are farmed.
He's more farmed than the Tiny, and he's almost... Oh, okay, it's about the same now.
Wait for the tower, and then you can say it.
Yeah, okay. He is more farmed than the Tiny.
Yep, and the Sand King.
And I like this move from PSGLGD because once you kill that top tier 2, now you just look to cover this area of the map. Whenever you were watching Dire play with Roshan as an objective and they're ahead, you want to see them control that top Radiant Shrine area because it's the only way for Radiant to really get to Roshan, and by just staying off map, you're going to threaten it at all times.
They're going to go for Ame. He just pops the BKB, though. Nisha just right-click and had to use the ulti himself. Thought he might get chronoed there. They're going to turn around. Zai's in a little bit of trouble. He gets his blink canceled by the Spirit. Gets fade bolted again. Gets stomped. They're setting it up, but the hook. We see the save. There's a lot of heroes. Chalice actually going to move forward. They want to get this Tiny. They still have the chrono. Need to be careful. Zai, he's there just getting right-click. There's going to be a nice stun toss, but it won't be enough to save him. Or is it? Tornado goes up. He bottles up a little bit, and he blinks away. There's the chrono, though. They're going to see 2 of them. These, like, someone else can kill him. There's going to be the hook out on Yapzor. Will they be able to chase him? Chalice is there following, and this looks to be a 3-for-0 trade. The long range, even though you got the Pudge saving, it feels like this Sand King and Rubik can move around and just catch up to anyone you hook right now.
And it's going to be so hard for Slark to actually hit anybody. They have 2 BKBs, and they're going to have the force. They now have the Hurricane Pike, so 2 force devs on the side of LGD. And your leash is basically useless at this point on Slark. Not feeling good about our early predictions, Kyle. I can't believe I picked the same team to win as you did.
It's okay. Everybody makes mistakes.
That's true.
PSGLGD this game, they haven't made too many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, very clean. That's another hero. Much like OG, I felt like PSGLGD was slept on. I think the highest I saw them in the power rankings was like 6th, which is kind of nuts.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
I thought people had them pretty high. I think them and Vici were, I thought they were reasonably high. I don't know which power rankings you're looking at, but
that's true.
the
I mean,
liquid ones, yeah, they had OG last year, you know what I'm saying?
My point is they were probably a team that should have been considered like
A
in
top 3
everyone's
or
top
something.
3. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
I
they were
agree.
more of a top 6. And it's just if you can count on one person showing up at
true.
TI, it's always going to be FY, right? Like
Yes.
this guy just
FY
has
God.
that next level on land.
They're going to go in. Yeah, he is just going to get the eat up, but there's going to be a BKB pop by Nisha. Same with Ame. They're just squaring up against each other. He is going to finally pop his ulti. He's stealing a ton of agility, but Puppey, he just gets turned on. What's he doing over here? Yapzor will save him for now. Puppey will get the freeze. Hits him with the time dilation. They want to chase him down. There's going to be X Nova actually dying to Nisha, who's stolen quite a bit of agility right now. That will be the kill on Crystal Maiden. And a 1-for-1 trade, or 2-for-1, pardon me. And, well, they're just going to pop the Shrine 4-man.
They still have Chrono, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just go. They don't have a smoke, but the bounty runes are spawning, so they're looking for Yapzor, who is going to steal it from Invis. I heard an Epi?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, they saw an illusion rune.
They kill it. Zai's here. He's like, oh, I guess I'll take this rune. There goes Chalice's ulti. Won't be very useful right there. Still up by 9,000 gold.
Yep.
When do you do you look for Roche soon? It doesn't feel like Secret. I mean, obviously you have the Invoker and a Pudge, but it doesn't seem like the best like Roche protection like we've seen by other drafts.
They just don't have any sustain on the LGD side,
Okay.
so if they're going to hit Roche, they're going to take a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So they just have to be careful. They kind of have to get it uncontested.
Okay, so you would just go for a kill or two and then take it.
Yeah,
I think.
as a general rule, there's 3 scenarios where you can Roche easily, which is when you either do it so fast the enemy team can't respond, when you can do it without taking damage so that if they do, you're not in danger or you could just back away, or when you kill enemies and Roshan is undefended.
Get ready. We've got a smoke and we have
They
got
have
a
Dismember
Chrono
on
now.
Rubik as well. That Ether Lens drastically extends that cast range.
And it's the only thing, right? We have a BKB on Pudge now, so you can actually cancel it with that. They're going to move forward. They're going to find Yapsor. He does get a nice tornado off, but it won't be nice enough. Gets brought down immediately. And now Nisha. Do you think about chronoing this? X-Nova. Yep, there it is.
Oh,
There's going to be
he's
the
in range
chrono.
of the
He
ETR
just get a
too.
right click him. Yeah, he's taking so much damage right now. He just gets brought down immediately. Level 20 on his Faceless Void. He's got that cast range. Mid one trying to run away. He has the Rod Slow, so you can't get him in melee range. But guess what? It won't matter. They're chasing. They want more. They want to finish this off. There's only Zai and Puppy left, and it looks like they will get away. It is nighttime. And guess what? You got the 3 hero kills. See you at the Roche pit.
Not very often can you get Shadow Dance on Rubik because Sark will pounce or Dark Pact during it. But when you get Chronoed during Shadow Dance, it is quite nice to steal. He was low health on FY. He used the Shadow Dance and then went back to full. And now he can actually check for wards while they're roaching if he wants to. But they're busy distracting Secret, who's going to try to poke and prod at this at this Roche as it goes down. It's about a 3rd health right now.
X-Nova stomping some blinks with that spirit.
Yep, the
Will
poke and
dodge
prod
the
there.
tornado.
Pudge and Slark are almost up.
It's going to be tough, though. It's going down to about the next 3. Sans even gets bashed twice in a row. The extra damage. Ame picks it up. Tornado barely misses. FY almost snipes him. Has a blink dagger now so far. Pudge is starting to catch back up, though. 4th, actually, on the net worth chart. Not doing too terrible. And he is going Lotus Orb next. We have a couple Lotus Orbs, both
Yeah, it's just
Pudge and Sand King.
it's one of those games where you just have an answer to the Slark, and that's what makes the Secret lineup just it's dangerous for them, because no matter what happens in this game, Slark can just get Chronosphered, and your win condition is, you know, SOL. Sure, there's the hook out as a possibility, but when you're this far behind, it's very difficult to plan around those sorts of movements, because PSGLG can just get the Chrono off on the Slark, and everybody else just goes and dives behind. You find mid one, or you just stun him.
Top lane, Zai is going to be a TP, and he's going to hit him with the time dilation. He will blink. They're going to move forward that way. Stun does come out. Will we get a bash? Not quite yet. He's still trying to run. There will be the bash. Sandstorm damage there as well. Slowly getting brought down, and Zai trying to make a little bit of space, trying to get that tower. Won't be able to, and it looks like it will get denied.
He did buy his Echo before he died, however.
Did.
So no gold lost.
Going for the Aghanims next. And well, we almost have a butterfly, by the way, on the Shadow Fiend, who took the 2 damage per soul plus the Presence Aura affects
I
buildings.
love that.
He's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, he
with
also
the
went
Chrono as well.
for the attack speed. I think a lot of Shadow Fiends, you can definitely go the magic build still, but if you're going to go for this drums BKB build, I really like the just raw attack damage.
There's
talents.
the hook. It baits out the BKB immediately, but it might
Jesus.
just bait out his own death instead. He is doing a lot of right-click damage. They're just going to clear out
they
the
caught
creeps,
him.
and they're going for base. Yeah, the tornado actually hits him. Puppy, will he go down? 1 more hit. Oh, needed 2 more hits. Dire Curry actually ends up going down with 3 sentries from behind his Nisha.
No, too late.
Well, this is going to be possibly a tier 3. Let's see if they want to go for it. Nisha's just cutting the creep wave, killed the chicken as we just saw. So they don't have the sentry wards anymore. And he's just gone. They can't get the tower because there is no creep wave.
Yep. Slark never gets to be the strongest hero in this game, though. You're against ET, who Slark is a hero that never builds raw armor items. So you're going to have 0 armor if you're ever near the ET. And you're also against Void, who during your ultimate and BKB can just disable you anyway.
You see how annoying Secret is being right now, just cutting every single creep wave with Tiny as well as Slarkin. Might efficiency, 88%, not too bad. 2 more for the payoff, my friends. Stun. We'll just hit Nisha.
It's deceiving how quickly your Midas accelerates your farm. I think the main part about Midas that a lot of people don't think about is that it's reliable gold. So when you die, if you have a Midas, you don't lose any of the gold that you used the Midas for.
It's a really good point. I haven't thought about that in a while.
Reliable gold's one of those things. Remember when it first came out, people were like, this is too confusing. And then, like, you know, some people understand it. And I'm sure the top of the pros understand how it works. But it's a complicated mechanic.
It's just weird because it's like
It
an
is.
item that you get 160 gold instead of 60 or whatever your creep you're Midasing. And yet, as a carry player, I've noticed when I go Midas, I just scale so much better. And
No
I think
way.
What I'm saying is it doesn't seem like that much, but I think the main difference is the reliable gold, which is crazy.
Really?
When it was 200, that seemed like, yeah, you're going to gain a lot more gold. But the 160, it hasn't paid for itself yet.
Yeah, and it's
31
minutes, and
in the
he
game.
had it at 12 minutes, I believe.
Yeah, so it's just deceivingly, it's a weird item. I don't know.
Definitely is. And oh, we're going to move forward. Ame, he has the Chrono, but the Cold Snap with the creeps hitting him will slow him down enough. And they're just going to find Puppey instead, the sacrificial lamb. Nice used there. And it's going to be looks like Bloodthorn next for the Faceless Void. That's going to be a ton of damage, and he's already 5k of the way there. Elsewhere, we haven't seen much of Yapzor yet. This support invoker doesn't feel like it's done too much. It just feels like LGD's been ahead the whole game because this mid lane went so poorly for the Pudge.
Yeah, and they're getting a Lotus Orb on the Sand King, which is going to be done here, and that's really good against the Invoker, against the Crystal Maiden. You can even use it when somebody is at threat of getting hooked because the Pudge will dismember himself, so it instantly cancels it. There's a lot of use of the Lotus Orb. I also like to see it with Tiny, because whenever you toss somebody onto somebody and the Lotus Orb reflects the toss, it's always pretty derpy, to be honest.
Top lane, we'll get a little bit of damage on that tier 3. Zai, he has been quite the hindrance up here for LGD.
This is all you can do. Play the dodge game. Apply pressure on a tower. Make it so LGD doesn't feel confident 5-manning down one lane.
Dude, he is owning this tower top. None of LGD really wants to defend it, and there's going to be a full nother creep wave coming.
It's so confusing now that his tree sounds like a sword.
They're keeping behind. Oh, but he blinks out immediately.
Yours or
Chalice
anything?
used
No.
the stun, and man, Zai, what a player.
Nisha is going to have a completed Scotty soon enough. Did take the Dark Pack damage. When you have 2 Force Stabs and 2 BKBs, I think the Dark Pack damage is just better.
See, all the items right now. Is there any item where Secret can get right now and you're like, all right, this is a way for them to turn around these team fights, or is the farm just so high on LGD they need more than one item?
I think you got to go real late. This Pudge
Yeah.
has to be big. Your Tiny's going to have an Ag, so he'll actually be able to contribute a lot of damage in fights from a distance. But the fact is, unless you hook the Slark, he's going to be useless because of Chrono.
And Void's going to hit 25 soon, and then that Chronosphere gets just enormous.
Most Voids have been taking the backtrack.
Really?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's effectively 33% extra health if you
true.
assume
A tier 3.
normal
Just dead.
distribution of damage.
I gotta say, we haven't really called it out yet, but mid one is currently 0, 8, and 7. And well, I lied.
Mega
He is
9.
now 0, 9, and 7 as your middle player, and that does not feel good. He has to buy back even right now. That feels like a big difference. He is currently 4th to last on the net worth charts.
It's also a last pick, so it's
Yeah.
supposed to have a good game.
Oh, and there's going to be the Chrono. He turns it. Will they be able to find Nisha? He does
Oh.
hook him out. He gets the eat, but he pops the BKB. They get him in time. There's going to be the Epicenter as well doing so much damage. They're just going to chase down Puppey. He tries to get away, and he will for now. Mid one blinks forward. Doesn't have the dismember yet. Oh, and there's a Force Staff FY. There will be a toss in there.
Huh.
Can they
That's
find
sick.
Chalice?
Alley-oop.
He has the Lotus Orb on him for now, but it looks like he will go down. He has a stun. He wants to make it to the hill, but he can't quite make it. Ewells. And he goes down.
Yeah, but 1 kill for the mid and the carry buybacks.
Yep, as well as they still do get the melee barracks bottom, actually, the good racks.
Yeah, they've lost 1,200 gold there, or 1,100 gold.
Yep.
On Secret.
That was a beautiful toss, though. That was really cool, the toss into pounce.
Nisha, okay. They get the illusion runes. They pop the smoke. They know this is our time.
They
It
have
is
to
a
go
4v5.
before Chrono.
And here we go. There's going to be X Nova. They find him. This might just be a free kill. It looks like 4 staff away. It is the cold snap, though, with the spear vessel.
Hold
The
on.
hook. Oh, My goodness, the fact that he has Hook stolen,
He has
by
no
the
BKB
way.
on
Oh
Void.
my Void, he's taking so much damage. He has BKB up in 5. Will the 4-step be enough to save him? The cold snap, he makes it uphill. And there's going to be an ulti from
my
Somnus
gosh, the
zoning him
Slark
all
ate the
out.
hook.
He wants to go for Puppey, and he's trying to get more hooks on FY. There's going to be his eye stun toss there. Eat him through. The Dismember is there. They don't do the most right-click damage through this BKB, though. And they make it out.
Oh my god, the hook from Rubik saving the Void there. That was the one opening they had. He bought out. He bought out on Void.
How do you steal Hook, by the way? I thought
that's
that
what I
should
was
be
gonna
one of the
ask.
most impossible skills to steal in the game. And he stole Shadow Dance again, by the way.
Yeah, that's
stole a
crazy.
lot.
The other one was understandable
Yes.
because he was in Chrono, but that time
Hook.
Slark just didn't use any abilities during
What a
the...
hook.
To be
Yeah.
fair, it is FY.
It
And
is FY.
I've seen, you remember that iconic play where he stole Phoenix Egg? He does have a track record of stealing spells you shouldn't steal, or shouldn't be able to, rather.
He does.
And Void did take the backtrack at level 25. He had bought out for the Bloodthorn. That was like their one chance to win the game.
It makes sense. I actually like this a lot because you have the damage, right? And it's not as if you need a bigger Chrono to just catch the Slark who you're hunting for constantly. And this means that Void, he's just not going to be able to be bursted anymore.
Yeah.
Very.
Because it just procs randomly, right, on damage.
Yeah,
it's
it
just
is.
like the old backtrack.
Yeah, assuming average, like you're dodging the amount of damage of equal damage instances, you effectively are giving yourself 750 health on Void, which is insane because you also have backtrack.
Ooh, mid one. Here we go.
Or,
The
sorry, you
hook is
also
going to
have
fly.
Void,
It
or
actually will hit onto
Time
Ame, and look at this. He's just going to right-click him down, though. This member's already been used, and oh my goodness, Nisha is already dead. That Chrono's there. Roche is at 2,500 HP. You can't fight this now. He's going to throw some trees into the pit. There's going to be a tornado. They're trying to slow down. Nisha doesn't have buyback, though. Zai doing as much damage as he can. Chalice is here with the Sandstorm. There will be a hook out. It actually will hit onto me. He didn't get the Aegis on Ame because of the hook out, but it won't matter. They turn it around, and they get 2 more kills. There's going to be a stun forward. Yapsor, he's the next one in trouble. Double killing a godlike for the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, both heroes had already... Those are diebacks on the Pudge as well as the Slark.
Yep.
And Vlad's complete on the ET.
I mean, you were 14k down, right? You had to try to make something happen, and they go for it, but the instant Chrono on the Slark, and you're just dead.
I mean, it was the play mid that had to work when they hooked the Void to safety. That, at the end of the day, was the play that had to work, and anything past that is just much
just
less
ending it.
likely to work.
Well, it looked like they were just ending it. Huh?
Satanic
it is still
SF.
Somnus.
I do love his build overall.
Yeah.
Just the mana build.
I love Butterfly Satanic on SF.
Usually against heroes like Slark, SF doesn't want to like stand his ground and fight you, but with the Void behind, Slark can't commit.
Are they arguing about what to do? I don't know. Ame was just like, he was like, I'm just going to hit the rags. And you just see Somnus like, what? Why? We have Presence Aura affects buildings. And there's still 2 heroes dead that die back. They're just going to right-click this throne. It doesn't look like they can defend this. Lotus Orb up on the Void.
He has
Does
cheese
get the
as
disarm.
well.
There will be a toss. Doesn't quite make it to the fountain, but it looks like Chalice might go down here. Does, but right-click, right-click. Doesn't matter. The game is over. And PSG LGD at 38 minutes, I don't want to say, but it looks